This is Terrell, and I'm calling from New London, Connecticut.
It's Terrell? Is that it? Terrell, New London, Connecticut College. Well, go Camels, as we would say.
Go Camels.
Back in the day. I don't know why they're camels.
Yeah, we were joking before the show. I guess that's you guys aren't allowed to drink water. Just pass out on the field.
I take pride in it. I saw a belt with camels on it at the bookshop, and I gladly bought them. So well, I think the camels, I think that's great.
Now, Terrell, what we're trying to do here by having you on is to give voice to the voiceless. Now I have a microphone. I don't have an amplifier, but because I have a microphone, I am necessarily involved in reporting.
Right.
Even though I don't have the amplifier. Terrell, what's going on that campus? How onerous and completely irrational is it that you have been unable to, and I assume that they force you to saran wrap yourself even to make this call. I'm surprised even they're allowing you to call outside of the campus.
Well, they just removed the duct tape from his mouth for this call.
Will you tell us the story of what went on there?
Is that a mask?
So the story just got updated this morning, and I think you'll be very interested to hear the update. But so Tracey, he came to the campus and he walked through the bridge from the athletic center because they shut down the campus because, they didn't want him to come. But he found his way, and me and my friends were the first people to spot him walking on the bridge. So we ran towards him, and he had a microphone.
Wait a second. I don't understand this. My understanding is the campus has been shut down. How are you allowed to walk around?
Yeah, it's not shut down completely. Students and stuff can still go outside and walk out and stuff.
But they're not having people from the outside come in because there's so many COVID infections on the campus. Is that it?
That's correct. And
that seems like a horribly irresponsible thing to do. Wouldn't you want to invite everybody from New London in to give them COVID?
So Sam, I have COVID right now.
Oh.
I just tested positive this morning.
Oy.
Michael Tracey was outside maskless. So I called him this morning because I was able to get his number. And I said, Michael, we met each other yesterday. I just tested positive for COVID. I'm asymptomatic. I feel great. So I found it funny. I'm like, I just tested positive for COVID, Michael. And his voice totally changed. He sounded concerned, like COVID was like an actual, something to worry about. So he hung up immediately, and I texted him, and I said, this is not a prank. I'll send you my positive test. And he called me back, with a tone totally different than I'd ever heard him before. And he was like, oh, okay, so the school's going to contact me. And then he asked, did I have a video of yesterday? And after that phone call, about 30 minutes later, he asked me again. And it's like, dude, you're not even asking if I'm okay, or you're not like quarantining or anything. You care about this video where you embarrassed yourself yesterday. So...
All right, so he comes on, he walks across the bridge. So just so people know, what is it? Is that Route 32 or is that Mohegan Ave? What is that road there? It's bridge?
Mohegan Ave.
Mohegan Ave. Okay. So so for people who don't know, Connecticut College is on the sort of set back from the river Thames, and down closer to the river is the athletic center, and you got to walk across a footbridge. And so he got into the campus via footbridge, but it's not that they're just keeping Michael Tracey out. They're keeping out everybody because COVID is spreading on the campus. Is that it?
Correct. Yes.
And do you have any idea what the numbers are on the campus? And and then, what are the numbers? Do you know?
As far as I know, there's over 150 positive COVID tests. And
okay.
The college.
That's 10% of the college campus, right? I mean, isn't it like 1,700 kids, students?
I think it's close to like 6 or 7%. I don't have the exact numbers, But the college said in an email last week, they said as soon as the cases gradually go down, then we'll lift restrictions. And just today, the college sent out an email, and they've lifted some restrictions now, and we're going back to class. So Tracey came to the school and freaked out for no reason, because even though the college said here are the protocols we're going to take, and as long as the caseloads go down, then we'll lift restrictions. And that's exactly what they did. So he kind of came here for no reason.
Are you suggesting that the college didn't buckle because he was out there with a karaoke machine intimidating the college?
If you were one of his Twitter stands, then he'd probably have that notion. But no, the college was planning on.
Are you aware of what he was talking about when he said that if anybody speaks out against these restrictions, that they would suffer some type of either disciplinary action or social?
That wouldn't have happened. And in fact, after he came and made a fool of himself, even the conservatives who I talked to yesterday, they admitted, they were because he kept on referencing how this was similar to the 9/11 surveillance state, and everyone just looked around confused and what are you talking about? So I talked to the conservatives afterwards, and we actually ended up having a really good discussion. And they ended up agreeing with me, and they were yeah, I don't know what he was saying about 9/11. That was really weird. He lost me at that point.
Well, all right. So credit where credit's due. He brought people together.
I think in the ways that he, in the most Michael Tracey way possible, yes, he brought people together.
All right. Well, look,
sort of repelled people together.
But wait a second, honestly, what was he talking about? What do you think there were? Have you met anybody of these dozens of people who emailed him or called him or told him that they were upset about that they felt like they were going to get in trouble? Did J Board, do they still have an honor code? Is the J Board still sort of do all the disciplinary actions?
Yeah, the honor board. Yeah, we just did elections today to vote for the honor council. And I told the conservative, we were talking, and I was we could have had this dialogue, without, Michael Tracey coming here and embarrassing himself. And they agreed. And punishments are adjudicated by the honor council. So
they call it the honor council now. It's not J Board.
No.
They changed the name. So you haven't heard any story of anybody being disciplined for criticizing the lockdown. I don't know if there was some social what did he call it? Social repercussions? Were there any social repercussions? It's not like you're going to get disinvited to a party. You guys aren't having parties right now, right?
Yeah, there's no, it's not we're all going to bully you if you disagree. In fact, a lot of students, and I saw this incident, a lot of students did disagree with some of what the college was doing, but they said, well, Michael Tracey coming here and doing whatever he was doing just didn't help anyone's case. So, and they weren't going to be, no one was going to be punished for speaking their mind.
Well, that's good to hear. That would be rather distressing if somebody got punished for saying they didn't like the COVID restrictions. That would be wrong.
It would be like the 9/11 Patriot Act.
And you guys should have saw everyone's faces when he kept on, when he talked about 9/11. And I think even he realized, he was going too far, and he admitted, okay, well, maybe the equivalent, maybe it's not that, similar, but you get the point.
Do you have video of him talking about 9/11?
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. I will go through my phone, and I will, if I do, I will find it. But if this helps, I do have a video of him getting escorted off campus.
Yes. I'm more interested in the.
I'm interested in that too.
Send us what you have at majorityreporters@gmail.com so we can talk about the dozens of emails and messages that we are getting from the voices. Is there anything else that you think that is relevant here?
Do you guys have any questions? Like, I'm willing to answer anything. It was a surreal experience, honestly.
Where did he get the karaoke machine?
It was his childhood karaoke machine. How did you miss that, Sam? He got it for Christmas in 1996, and he takes it with him everywhere.
So I asked him. I said, "Aren't you a journalist?" Because and I get it. Like I do journalism myself, but like when I'm doing journalism, I don't usually have a karaoke with me.
Oh.
And he was like,
"Welcome to the big leagues, my man."
He said, "You don't know anything about journalism." He was like, "This is journalism. This is a form of journalism." And I was confused because it literally isn't.
It's a form of performance art.
All right. So here's the final question I have for you, Terrell.
Please.
Did he show up with his delightful girlfriend?
No, his girlfriend was not there.
Okay. All right,
he didn't mention his girlfriend. So
do we know she exists?
And we don't like to talk about, we don't like to talk about physical futures that aren't,
Well, you don't have to be delightful in any type of way.
We're a very accepting college, and we love our, everyone in all shapes and sizes. But someone did ask Michael Tracey if we could fundraise a hair transplant for him, and he found it necessary to mention his girlfriend.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
I'm 100% serious.
First off, Terrell, let me just say this. The hair transplant thing, super immature. I'm really disappointed in you guys. But if you have video of it, if you have video of him responding with, "I have a girlfriend," I would like to see that as a way of being very disappointed in you guys.
Right, to show us all what not to do.
Exactly. I think this is something I would want to show my kids as a way of teaching them, don't be like this.
Sam,
We've got our own little honor board.
I don't expect you to, but do any of y'all know what a fan cam is?
Yes, I do know what a fan cam is.
So there, and I will send this to Matt as soon as this is
Someone
over.
did it. Someone did it of Michael.
Someone did a Michael Tracey hairline fan cam, and it is quite honestly, I think, Sam, this will be a great way for you to be disappointed in us.
I am so disappointed in you.
That is wrong.
So disappointed.
And I forgot the girl who created it, but please give credit to her. It was the funniest thing I've seen all day. I'm
just chomping at the bit for that very inappropriate footage to be sent to me.
Yes. Well, Terrell, I got to say that I have mixed feelings. I'm very disappointed some of the things I've heard today. The level of immaturity when I was at school, I can assure you that I was extremely mature. The drinking age was actually 18 for that first semester of mine.
That would have been more fun with Michael.
Benjamin got a 1.35 GPA that first semester. Yep.
No way.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. He's
the creator of Bob's Burgers, right?
Well, he's not the creator. He's the voice of Bob's Burgers. Maybe it was a 1.65. Yeah, I know he got called in by the dean and was like put on probation or something. So that was fun.
Well, he made it. He made it anyway. That's all that matters.
Well, Terrell, really appreciate it.
Terrell, you're a delight.
And
thank you. And also very, very bad.
Yeah, and buy that amplifier if you're going to do journalism. Get serious about it.
Exactly. Get serious about your. Just pick up. Just Google karaoke machine.
Get like an orange. Get like an orange amp. Just put it on a wagon.
Exactly. This is the key. When you're going to go do journalism,
I totally will.
You get the karaoke machine, but you got to get the one with the lights. So every time you speak, it will shine a light, and then
you'll need a TV to put the lyrics up as well.
That's true.
Transpose you.
Sam, I've been writing since I was 13 years old. I was on I think I was on CNN once, and I think I've been doing journalism this whole entire time.
It's true.
And Michael Tracey has taught me the lessons of what a real professional journalist is. So I really appreciate that.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. Good luck. Have a good year at school.
Thank you so
Well,
much. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.